What happened when your gut told you, this guy is bad news? I was 19, working the closing shift at a 24-hour diner just off the highway. It was around 1 a.m. when he walked in. Tall guy with a rigid posture, maybe mid-30s, wearing a navy peacoat despite it being a warm spring night. He sat at the counter, ordered black coffee, and watched me, not in the usual creepy way some late-night customers do, but with this calculated attention that made the hair on my arms stand up. "You always work this late?" he asked, voice unnervingly soft. "Sometimes," I answered vaguely, wiping down the counter a few feet away. My coworker Darlene, who'd been waitressing since before I was born, shot me a look. When he went to the bathroom, she leaned in close. "Don't tell that man anything about yourself," she whispered. "He's got eyes like my ex-husband, mean when no one's looking." I nodded, but thought she was being dramatic. Still, when he returned and asked when my shift ended, I lied. "Not until 8 a.m., I said, though I was scheduled to leave at 3. He lingered for nearly 2 hours, nursing that single cup of coffee, asking personal questions I deflected. Around 3 a.m., he finally paid and left, leaving a $5 tip on a $2 coffee. "See?" I told Darlene, "just a generous insomniac." "Honey, that wasn't generosity, that was bait," she said, watching through the window as his car, a dark sedan, pulled out of the lot. When my shift ended, Darlene insisted on walking me to my car. "I know you think I'm just a paranoid old lady, but humor me." The parking lot was empty except for our cars and the cook's truck. We were halfway across when headlights suddenly illuminated from the far corner, the navy peacoat guy's sedan. "He's been waiting," Darlene hissed, gripping my arm. "Get back inside now." We hurried back to the diner as the sedan's engine revved. The cook, Miguel, met us at the door, confused by our panic until he saw the car slowly circling the lot. "Call the police," he said, locking the door behind us. The sedan circled 3 more times before parking directly in front of the entrance, headlights aimed at the glass doors like spotlights. We could see his silhouette just sitting there, waiting. "Police say 10 minutes, Darlene reported, hanging up the phone. It felt like hours, huddled behind the counter, watching that motionless car. Then suddenly blue and red lights flashed at the lot entrance. Before the police car even stopped, the sedan peeled out the back exit. The officers took our statements, but without a license plate, it had been covered with mud. There wasn't much they could do. They offered to follow me home, which I gratefully accepted. 3 days later, I was watching the local news when his face appeared on screen. He'd been arrested for attacking a woman outside a bar 2 towns over. According to the report, they found duct tape, rope, and a hunting knife in his trunk. The reporter mentioned this wasn't his first offense. He'd served time for similar crimes in another state. Then came the detail that made my blood freeze. Police believed he'd been stalking potential victims at various locations, including highway restaurants and diners. I called Darlene immediately. "I saw," she said before I could speak. "My ex-husband had those same dead eyes. You learned to spot it." "How did you know?" I asked, voice shaking. "Gut feeling," she replied simply. "When you've seen enough wolves, you recognize the walk." I quit the night shift after that. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if Darlene hadn't been there, if I'd walked to my car alone that night.